Well, also tonight, new fallout from a 180-degree change in course from a president dealing with a series of foreign policy headaches. President Obama today declaring that the U.S. drawdown of troops in Afghanistan will not happen the way he promised so many times. There are 9,800 troops currently stationed there. The original plan was to cut that in half by the end of 2016, at which point just 1,000 would remain, he said, to protect our embassy. He said embassy level. It's a plan that we've been hearing about for years, and one he said would not change, period.
With Afghan forces now in the lead for their own security, our troops have moved to a support role. Together with our allies, we will complete our mission there by the end of this year, and America's longest war will finally be over.
Tonight, for the first time since 9/11, our combat mission in Afghanistan is over.
The date for us to have completed our drawdown will not change.
But today it did change a lot, as the commander-in-chief announces that all of those troops he promised would be coming home will likely have to stay.
I've decided to maintain our current posture of 9,800 troops in Afghanistan through most of next year, 2016. Maintaining our current posture through most of next year, rather than a more rapid drawdown, will allow us to sustain our efforts.
Colonel Tony Shaffer is a retired CIA-trained intel operative who served 2 tours in Afghanistan, which he recounted in his best-selling book, Operation Dark Horse, Spycraft and Special Ops on the Front Lines of Afghanistan and the Path to Victory. Colonel, good to see you tonight. And this is an admission by President Obama. An admission of what?
An admission that he's abandoning the plan to abandon Afghanistan. I mean, let's be clear here. The basic reality which he faces is one where the Taliban, as much as he does not like them, get a vote in the current circumstance. And what's happened simply, Megan, is that he recognizes that as much as he wants to walk away, he cannot. The Taliban have been making huge gains, and if we don't stop them now, they will continue to gain ground. And ISIS, more importantly, now is in 10 of the provinces in Afghanistan, 10 of about 36, 7 of which they're in charge of. So to abandon the mission now, I think, would be akin to allowing Afghanistan to slip into the same, if not worse, chaos that Iraq has seen. And I think, frankly, to be a bit political here, I think this is an admission that he made the wrong decision regarding Iraq, to be honest about
What
that.
finally did it? Because the military brass has reportedly been telling him, you can't, your plan isn't going to work. You can't do it for a long time. And he's been on camera saying the things we just played.
I think 2 things. First, General Campbell, the current commander there, is doing a great job. He's doing what's necessary the right way at the right time. And also, we just saw a major change of command at the Pentagon. General Joe Dunford just took over as the chairman, and he's made changes already. He dumped off the $500 million so-called Syrian, the moderate rebel training program, which, you know, we trained 5 people with. He dumped that already. And this is another change. And look, I've heard that the White House did not want this. The White House was fighting this tooth and nail. But, Megan, I think that the key here is that the reality we face is simply, if we abandon Afghanistan the way we did Iraq, you will see chaos, you will see safe havens instantly pop up, and we will see, if not the same problems, worse problems, with the idea of having Afghanistan be another safe haven for ISIS to grow rapidly.
Last question. You served 2 tours there. You wrote about this in your book. Is this enough? Does he have the numbers right?
Yes. As a matter of fact, the numbers are correct. By putting 100,000 troops there, conventional troops, we're just in the way. This is a special operations war. It always was. We're going back to the way we were winning in 2003, 2004. We need to do one thing very well: kill the bad guys and allow for the political process, the reconciliation between the Taliban and the Afghan government, they're all Pashtun primarily, to happen. We need to oversee that, not force it. So our job now simply is to make sure that we kill the bad guys when we find them. We maintain enough offensive operations to do it, and then do what's necessary to protect the American people, period.
Colonel Tony Shaffer, great to see you. Thank you, sir.
Great. Thank you, ma'am.